Good evening from the Kentucky Speedway. We welcome you to race number 12 of the second season of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series powered by the WRA. Welcome to the Kentucky Speedway for the Buckle Up in Your Truck 225 presented by Middle Road Energy. Going to be glad to be with you guys here for this evening's 67 laps of racing here this evening. The gal who unfortunately didn't get a chance to qualify for the Busch race tomorrow night after qualifying was rained out for the Go Homers and the lineup was set by owner points. Futaba Sakura, unfortunately, was one of the drivers who unfortunately had to go home, but qualified into her Truck Series race and got the pole position. It is her first pole, or check that, second pole of the season for Futaba in her fourth career start. She is 53rd in the points table, so doing a good job in her select races. Erica Douglas alongside of her. Now, Erica has been doing a very good job the last couple of weeks. She gained 10 spots up to 13th in the points, our winner last time out at Charlotte 2 weeks ago. Samad Ozkin in row number 2. Samad is 36th in the points. He is making his 8th start of the season. And he is only a total of 63 points back of the 30th in the standings cut line as far as to get locked in the show. He's got a lot of work to do as far as that is concerned. Zachy Panini, 24th in the points. He needs to continue to get away from 30th in the standings. As you look at the rest of your starting lineup for this evening's race, let's get these drivers rolling out. As we'll have 3 mile-and-a-half races. If you didn't tune into Dega last week, we were originally going to go to Armory Digital, but because the track wouldn't load and ate up all of my space, we instead will be going to Atlanta Motor Speedway instead. Before we'll have the Cup drivers take on the West Coast excursion for the next 3 weeks after that. Gretchen Mueller is the points leader by 12 points over Dylan Cunningham. That is also the battle for the rookie points lead, by the way. Mark Simpson, third in the standings, 28 points back. Abigail Furling, 34 back in fourth. Bora Park, 38 points back in fifth, tied with Ashton Ingersoll. Addison Peterson, who just made the Busch race after qualifying got rained out. She is seventh in the points. Ingrid Pollard, Dylan Ebrahimian, and Anna Berger will complete your top 10. 56 points separate the top 10 in the points. Pace truck is off course. Futaba's team owner Jacob Foster did not qualify for the truck race, but made the Busch race after qualifying was rained out. The lineup was set by points for the go home drivers over there. Green flags in the air. The Buckle Up in Your Truck 225 presented by Middle Road Energy is underway. Scarlett Wallace looking underneath Samad Ozkin. That's for second place, while Futaba Sakura will lead the first lap of the race here at Kentucky. Futaba is also ahead of her team owner Jacob Foster in the points table over here in the Truck Series. As Futaba still leads, Jayla Derez has made her second start in a row, had a good result 2 weeks ago at Charlotte. And she's now looking underneath the inside of that Toyota number 42. These drivers cannot make it 67 laps. They can go 66 laps on one tank of fuel. So these guys and gals are going to have to make some pit stops during the course of this race. We've got a couple of our double duty regulars like Callie Springer, who made the show this week. We will see her tomorrow night in the Busch Series race. Callie Springer is making her, if I can find that, 65 in the points table. She is making her second start. She has not made a race since she won Darlington before the All-Star break. Here comes Zachy Panini in the 34. Shyla Askarov will look to try to make the Cup race tomorrow night, and she'll have to attempt to qualify the 80 machine into the field. She did not qualify for the Busch race after Gorgon qualifying was rained out, and it went by driver points. And unfortunately, she was one of many drivers who unfortunately will not race tomorrow night. And if Shyla doesn't make the Cup race, this will be her only race of the weekend, as there's A Steiner in the 59. A Steiner, 16th in the points, having a quiet rookie year for her. Zachy Panini currently leading this race. They're still trying to put more rubber down because remember, the only on-track activity we've had here tonight was the run for the pole for the Busch Series. So they try to put down as much rubber down as they could. Because remember, they dried the track just before qualifying, or finished drying the track. They were trying to dry pit road. And because of our schedule, they had to only do one round of qualifying, which that's why go or go home qualifying got rained out and the lineup was set by points. So there you go. And Shyla Askarov in the 2 going to take the lead. While I'm thinking, excuse me. Excuse me. I was gonna say before I forget, I believe we raced here at Kentucky last season. Yes, we have. All 3 of our series have raced here. We are guaranteed a new winner because the defending winner of this race, as the caution's out for the first time tonight, Eric Stanbury's involved. Ingrid Pollard, Abigail Furling, possibly Bora Park involved. And who led us back to the yellow is Shyla Askarov, but Victoria Hughes is ahead of the 2, so she'll have to give that position back, which there you go. First caution of the evening. I'll get back to who is our... Actually, I'll go ahead and get to who is our defending winner of this race. And it was Curtis Glover, but the truck that he drove last season did not qualify, so we're guaranteed a new winner. Looks like Shyla's the only one coming to pit. Okay, I was about to get ready to say, is everybody coming to pit road? The answer is yes, but while these drivers make some pit stops, let's jump back, look at a replay to find out what caused our first yellow of the evening with Bora Park. This is what happened here. This is right around the 19th position. Looks like Eric Stanbury just got into Joshua Ambrosio. Ambrosio and Erica Douglas saved their truck. Mark Games just nearly got collected. Unfortunately, Ingrid Pollard's there. Abigail Furling runs into the into the Super Chips Ford F Series. And Futaba is going to slightly touch the 99 there. Looks like the 13 went into the wall. Yes, she did. There's the damage to the Orleans Dodge. Yep, got the left front of the Outback Steakhouse Chevrolet, and also got a little bit of the wall with the rear end of that machine. And Bora Park was one of the drivers who was trying to run down Gretchen Mueller for the points lead. She was fifth in points, so this was not what she needed here tonight. Caution's out for the first time this evening. Let's jump back, look at a replay to see let's get to the restart here at Kentucky, as we're going to have some drivers out of the race. Going to go back to green on lap number 15 of 67. Looks like everybody has made their pit stops. So it looks like everybody can go the rest of the way on fuel and tires. Hopefully that will be a good thing there. We'll document the drivers out of the race in a minute. Cody Goforth, the leader. Anna Berger, second. Victoria Hughes, third. Zach Foster, the highest rookie, in fourth. Sasha Bright in fifth. Sixth is Jayla DeRazin. Dylan Cunningham, seventh. Shyla Askraov, eighth. Ninth is her teammate, Elena Ricci, and Tatiana Guerra will complete your top 10, excuse me. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Drivers out after that incident, 3 to be exact. And that is Ingrid Pollard, Abigail Furling, and Eric Stanbury. Tough break for Eric Stanbury, who qualified his way into this evening's race. Had a good top 10 run in his debut. Unfortunately, his night's going to come to an end. Ingrid Pollard came in this race 8th in points. Abigail Furling 4th in points. So that's a couple of gals that were inside the top 10 in the points. They're going to take some hits, and we'll hope to rebound going into Homestead Miami Speedway next week. That is where we're heading next week. We'll have another Thursday, Friday, Saturday night races for you. So these Truck Series drivers will get ready to head to Homestead next week. As Cody Goforth hasn't already led a lap since he led it under the yellow flag. Goforth is making his 7th start. He is 54th in the points. Prior to tonight, he has only led 1 lap this season. Victoria Hughes in the 2nd spot, trying to take the lead from the LSU Tigers Chevrolet. Vic 21st in the points. She has now led. She's gotten her lap led. There's the 26 Maisie Creighton, going by Anna Berger. Maisie is 11th in points coming into the night's race. Shyla dropped 7 spots down to 15th in the points, fell out of the top 10 after her poor finish last time out at Charlotte 2 weeks ago. We have 39 drivers all on track and all on the lead lap, with just the 3 drivers now behind the wall now of the race. There's the 11 of Sophia Woodward coming up on that inside line as Shyla will get a lap led. There's Sophia. Sophia Woodward comes in this race 26 in the points. She's also flirting with dangers of possibly falling out of the top 30 in the points, so a much good run for the OKC native. And as I'm recording this, Monday Night Raw will be here in my city next after this weekend. Ashlyn Wright in the Jelly Belly machine. Ashlyn Wright dropped 2 spots down to 23rd in the points, so needs a good run to get away from 30th in the standings. Of course, we're racing at not far away from her home state, or the state that she's currently living in, which is Cincinnati, Ohio, which is not too far away from here. We'll see her tomorrow qualifying the Cup car and also racing in the Busch race. Sophia Woodward in the inside comes into this looking to get the lead back. Luis Hernandez in the 17. Luis dropped 4 spots down to 19th in the points. As here comes Luis Hernandez on the inside of the Hooters Ford F Series, excuse me. And into the lead goes the Tide Chevrolet. As Alexandria Van Dam unfortunately did not qualify for the Busch race after qualifying was rained out, but making her, I think this is her second start in the Truck Series. Let me double check. Or is this her debut? I think this is her debut because she made some Busch starts. Yeah, this is her debut. There's Lindsey Sutton in the 111. Lindsay making her second start, had a top 5 run in her debut. There's Yaku Miyu in the 47. She is also making her Truck Series debut. In the FedEx Chevrolet Silverado. This is World NOS Racing DVR's development driver. And a Steiner currently now the race leader in that number 59 machine. Yakio Miyu, the Japanese driver from Tokyo, Japan. $19 old. Now living here in the U.S. As Yakio Miyu takes the lead. That's Alexander Van Dam, the only driver from Belgium we have in the field. Oh, almost contact with her and Luis Hernandez. Thankfully, we keep it together. No caution comes out after that. Give me a second. Sorry, I had to grab my water. I was too far away, which I couldn't reach, but now I got it in front of me. Just past the halfway point of this race. Only one yellow so far here tonight. These drivers all pitted back on lap number 11. And hopefully, if we don't have another yellow, they can make it the rest of the way. But it's got something going on in the chat. Oh, Gitteroth's had an engine failure. Yep, engine has let go on Daniel Gitteroth. He was having a good run tonight, running 13th at the time. Now the engine has let go. And he came into this race 28th in the points. I'd be a little concerned. That's going to take him out of the top 30 in points, but that's going to depend. Because we know Carlos Rodriguez is going to fall out of the top 30 in the points. And Gitteroth could actually have to attempt to qualify into the show, which would be a shame. But again, with the 46 of Michael Brown out of the series, he may not have to qualify his way in. So that's going to depend if the 46, if Michael Brown is still in the top 30 in the points. So we'll have to see what his situation's going to be. But unfortunately, his night is going to come to an end. It's a gearbox that let go on that Circle Bar F Series. And he's now the fourth driver out of this race, first for a mechanical problem. Because the other three were due to crashes. And a Steiner in the 59 truck. Anna has not won a race since the birthday bash event in 2025. That was her last win. Of course, that was a special event, which she got a reserve ride to the 59 truck, replacing Chaz Farmer. I can also look up who our former winners are for Busch and Cub, so I'm ahead of the game on that ordeal. Since we did race Kentucky in all three series. There's a lot of tracks we have raced at before. This is the same track we did use for Kentucky last season. The defending winner of the Busch race tomorrow night is actually going to be in the Cup field. That is Jay Green. The 6 car didn't qualify in the show, so we're guaranteed a new winner in the Busch series. And then for Winston Cup, if you're hearing splashes outside my window, it's been raining all day. Hannah Smith is the defending winner of the race. Of course, she failed to qualify. So we're guaranteed 3 new winners here this weekend. Well, Hannah Smith will try to qualify if qualifying happens tomorrow, to correct that last statement I said. So Anna Steiner looking for her first win of her Truck Series career. That's not a special event. She's really done a good job. Excuse me. She's really done a good job here tonight. Having the race, as I was trying to look at the points and made me go to a different area. Anna Steiner is 16th in the points. Let's find out where our points leader is, Gretchen Muller, now that we're talking about her. She is 16th in the points. And the guy that's trying to run her down for the points lead, Dylan Cunningham's running in 7th. Mark Simpson, 23rd. He's 3rd in points coming into this race. Abigail Furling, we know, is out of the race, so she'll drop through the points. Bora Park is still running, but she's 36. She was 5th in points. 64 is running 20th. That's Ashton Ingersoll. He is 6th. Where is Addison Peterson? She's back in 31st. That's 7th. Pollard, we know, is out of the race. Ebrahimian's running in 32nd. He's 9th in points. A Berger, 37th, is 10th in points. So a lot of drivers running well in points that are outside, that are in the low to mid 30s. This is not what they needed. So I can tell you this: Kentucky has played its part into a point shakeup. We're going to have a point shakeup heading into next week. There's Zach Foster in the 51. Zach unfortunately did not, or no, that's Callie Springer. I'm sorry. Where is Zach Foster? Talking about him. There he is, running in 23rd, not the run he was hoping for. Zach Foster was also another driver who failed to qualify for the Busch race. But his brother Jacob did make the Busch race, so we'll see Jacob Foster tomorrow night in the Busch Series. Thomas running in 21st. There's Jessie Art making her first start of the year, going by the ride she drove last season, the 11. Jessie making her first start of the season in the Truck Series. She's been really struggling trying to make some races in the Busch Series. She's only made 3 Busch starts this season. She's failed to qualify for the rest ever since falling out of the top 30 in the points. So whatever is going on with that 12 team, it is not for good reasons. And the caution is out for the second time tonight. That was the last thing Anna Steiner wanted to see. Oh, wreck. Takashi, Bora Park again. I believe Takashi might have the worst of it. That was the last thing that Anna Steiner wanted to see was a yellow. And now this is going to make things really interesting. Caution's out for the second time tonight, as Steiner was waiting for the pace truck, so she'll get behind the pace truck. Of course, are they going to come to pit road to get tires? Because we went about almost 40 laps on tires. Looks like the answer is going to be a no. But the yellow's out for the second time tonight. Let's jump back and look at the replay to see what happened to the 13. Well, a bad night for Bora Park got worse. Excuse me. Looks like the 0-8 of Mark Simpson drove it in too hard. He got into Chikara Takashi into Bora Park, took both trucks into the wall. Second time in a row, the 13 has backed that truck into the wall. And the 9's going to hit the 13, so just to add insult to injury. So Bora Park, who was already involved in our first caution of the evening, is now involved in both cautions. Chikara Takashi, 14th in the points, not the run he was hoping for, rather. As for Bora Park, 5th in points, she's already going to be out of the top 10 in the points leaving tonight. As the yellow's out for the second time tonight, let's jump to the restart, and hopefully Bora Park will bounce back tomorrow in the Busch race. Want to remind everybody, this copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the World Racing Association for the private use of our audience. Any reproduction or rebroadcast or retransmitted or any other disseminations or the use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the World Racing Association is prohibited. Blue Hedgehog TV, the World Racing Association, want to thank you fans for your support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast, as we're going to be at 11 laps to go in this race. Steiner is the leader. Callie Springer second. Lindsey Sutton in third. Dylan Cunningham second in points in fourth. Nick Pericles in fifth. Alexandria Van Dam sixth. Luis Hernandez seventh. Gretchen Muller, the points leader, eighth. Maisie Creighton ninth. And Ashlyn Wright will complete the top 10. Give me 2 seconds. You don't need to hear my phone going off. I'm just going to do this to block spammers. Chikara Takashi looks like his damage is too much to continue. He has now taken his truck back behind the wall. He will join Daniel Gitteroth, Ingrid Pollard, Abigail Furling, and Eric Sandberg, who are already back behind the wall now of the race. Back to green here at Kentucky. Next time by when we cross the line will be 10 laps of racing to go. I just got pinged in the... Sean. That's funny. Want to thank, by the way, our studio engineer, Carmen Alejandro, back in our World Racing Association studios for being our studio engineer for tonight. And she'll be with me all weekend long as our studio engineer. As here comes Callie Springer in the 65. Remember, she's going to be racing the Busch race tomorrow night. So what will she learn tonight that will help her for tomorrow night's race? We'll have to see about that. Of course, she just finished graduating high school. Of course, her older sister Ari did not qualify for the Busch race because, like I said, qualifying was rained out. The lineup was set by points. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a practice game while I'm finishing up this race, so... Callie Springer looking for her second career win in the Truck Series, which would be her second win on the season. Of course, Callie will be running part-time here in the Truck Series next season. I believe she's going to be back with Fitz Bradshaw Racing next season. Which there's going to be rules about... there's going to be some rules about next season in regards of season 3. If you want to know what the new rule changes will be, you can join the Discord. Link is down in the description. Don't forget, if you want to join the MRE Uno groups of D1 and D2, the links to those will also be down in the description below. This is really interesting multitasking, playing an Uno game while recording this race, which is good. As Alexander Van Dam, has now taken the race lead with 3 laps of racing to go here at Kentucky. Alexandria Van Dam also looking for her first win in a while. Hasn't won since the Monster Energy Series career ended, as she just runs very high. Here comes Callie Springer. Looks like she's coming to pit road. She's out of fuel. I didn't know why she went up the racetrack, and looks like she's out of fuel. That will turn the lead back over to Callie Springer. Remember, I talked about these drivers. They would have enough fuel to possibly make it, but the 06 could not make it. Oh boy, could fuel mileage play a factor in tomorrow's Busch and also Saturday night's Cup race? We're coming to the white flag one more time around Kentucky, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Yakko Miu trying to pull off the upset. Can she get around the 65? Doesn't look like that's going to happen. Callie Springer is going to win her second career Truck Series race as she wins the Buckle Up in Your Truck 225 presented by Middle Road Energy. What a job. Looks like Gretchen Muller ran out of fuel. That's big for the points leader. So we had drivers run out of fuel in the closing stages of this race. Oh boy. This could have major implications in the Drivers' Championship. Waiting for the standings to be official. Ignore it says retired. She finished on the lead lap. Oh boy. I was not expecting fuel mileage to possibly come into play, and that may be a factor for tomorrow night's Busch and also the Cup race you'll see later this weekend. Yakumiyu, good run for her. So close to her first win, but we'll get a second. That's still a good result for her, nevertheless. I bet you she'll be very proud as far as that is concerned. Dylan Cunningham second in points and third. This could be big for him because the gal he was trying to run down for the points lead did not make it on fuel. We'll have to see where this is going to situate him. Luis Hernandez in fourth. And Futaba Sakura got a top 5 as she comes home in the 5th position. What a job for the Japanese driver. So that's 2 of the Japanese drivers in the top 5. As I'll wait to finish my turn in a minute because I got to do this. Ashlyn Wright will get 6th. Great run for Jayla DeRazin in 7th. Sophia Woodward, Anna Steiner, Nick Pericles, top 10 runs. So a couple of drivers really going to be happy. I bet you team owner Jacob Foster is definitely happy with Futaba's top 5 run. And unlike what happened to her at Loudon, where she ended up 27th in that race, this time fuel mileage worked in her favor, if you ask me. For some drivers, it did not go the way they hoped here tonight. As you look on down to the remainder of the finishing results, this is going to have some major implications. Gretchen Mueller, last truck on the lead lap in 34th. Remember, came in this race as the points leader. That's big. And let me look at the points before I was going to tell him that I was trying to do so that's big for Gretchen Mueller. Last truck on the lead lap. Joshua Ambrosio, Tatiana Guerra, Dylan Ebrahimian ran out of fuel. They finished 35th through 37th, and then 5 drivers did not reach the conclusion of this race. Takashi, Gitteroth, Pollard, Furling, and Stanbury. Pollard, Furling, Stanbury were due to the drivers that were involved in that first yellow of the evening. And then the other two were due to mechanical. Well, Takashi, 4 of the 5 were due to wrecks. Gitteroth was only due to mechanical failure, is why he went out of the race. But we want to congratulate Callie Springer on her second win of her career and of the season. If you enjoyed tonight's race, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the World Racing Association crew today. We've shown your full finisher results. Your points table is down in the description as a result of these said results. We'll see these Truck Series drivers next week at Homestead. Time to be announced, because I don't know if it's a day race or if it's going to be a night race as far as that is concerned, but I'll keep you posted on that. Tomorrow night, we got Winston Cup qualifying at 5, Busch race at 7 on Friday night, and then Saturday night, we'll have the Cup race at Homestead. And now for our studio engineer, Carmen Alejandra, I'm Dee DeVoles. Thank you for joining me and saying good night. From the Kentucky Speedway, we congratulate Callie Springer on her second win of her career and of the season in the Truck Series. Coming up next, we'll rejoin the local news programming already in progress. We'll talk to you again tomorrow, everybody. You've been watching the World Racing Association's Greatest Racing since 2017 on the World Racing Association's Multimedia Network.